Welcome to another video, the same every time, GCSE Maths, looking at the kind of questions that, apart from the numbers, are the same every time. Learn how to do them, get yourself into the marks, get yourself into the grades. We're looking at angles in polygons. Got my exam question here. So in a regular polygon, the interior angle is 11 times the exterior angle. Work out the number of sides of this polygon. Well, that looks like it's going to be a fairly difficult question, doesn't it? But if we can break this down into small stages, then it's maybe not quite so tricky as it looks. It's a 3-mark question. What we need to remember for this is how we can find the number of sides if I know the exterior angle. This is for a regular polygon where all the angles are the same. So remember, the total of the exterior angles in any polygon is always 360 degrees. So the size of one of them, the size of one exterior angle, is 360 divided by number of sides. Remember, the number of sides is the same as the number of angles. So there's a little formula for the size of one exterior angle. But a quick rearrangement of this formula will give us this. So the number of sides, this is definitely worth remembering. The number of sides, this is for a regular polygon. So the number of sides is 360 divided by the size of one exterior angle. So the number of sides, this is just a rearrangement of the formula that I just wrote down. The number of sides is 360 divided by the size of one exterior angle. In this question, I'm expected to work out the number of sides, and they give us some information about the exterior angle. So if I can find the size of the exterior angle, I can find the number of sides. Let's think about what's happening at one of the corners here. So here is my interior angle. This is just a corner of my polygon, and my exterior angle would be just there. Now, what I actually want to find then is the exterior angle, because if I find the exterior angle, 360 divided by the size of the exterior angle gives me the number of sides. Now, I don't know what that is, and in maths, if we don't know what something is, we tend to call it x. The interior angle is 11 times the exterior angle. So if the exterior angle was x, the interior angle must be 11 times x. So if I add those together, 11x plus x, they must equal 180 degrees. They're on a straight line. Any pair of interior and exterior angles that are next to each other will always add up to make 180. 12 times x is 180 degrees. So now we can find the size of the exterior angle. It's just going to be 180 divided by 12. So that gives me 15 degrees. So my exterior angle is 15 degrees. 180 divided by 12. I don't really need to know the size of the interior angle for this one. So I'll just stick with the exterior then. We could work out the interior angle, but we don't need to. It would be 11 times 15. So what do they actually want? The number of sides of this polygon. Okay, so now that we've got the 15, it's all relatively easy. The number of sides is going to be 360 divided by the size of one exterior angle. So 360 divided by 15, that gives me 24. So 24 sides. Once you put your knowledge to work on this, it's really not as bad as it looks. The crucial part of this question, I think, is that for any regular polygon, the number of sides is 360 divided by the size of one exterior angle, and then of course that interior plus exterior add to make 180. Find the sum of the interior angles of this polygon. Okay, we've got more than one way of doing this, haven't we? Now that we know we could work out the size of the interior angle, 11 times x, 11 times 15, then multiply it by 24, because that's going to be the number of angles. But let's just use the formula. How about that? Find the sum of the interior angles. So the same formula, number of sides minus 2 times by 180 degrees. They're not asking for the size of one interior angle, so I'm not going to divide by 24. And, well, this gives me 3,960 degrees. There we are. Well, I'm not going to say that was an easy question, but it's a manageable question, isn't it? If you know your stuff, it's a manageable question, and it's the kind of question that you really should have a go at, even though the wording in it does make it look a little bit tricky at the beginning. You know, you've got all the maths there, you've got all the knowledge, you have all the formulas. You should be able to give that question a go. Well, if this video was useful to you, then please do press the like button. Also, please press the subscribe button as well. And thank you very much for watching. I will return for the next video.